What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into something kind of cool. Ted Ed, James Earle. Why Vermeer's Girl with the Pearl Earring is considered a masterpiece. I'm saying we have seen that picture in several documentaries that we watched. We've seen it show up in when we're talking about art from the Netherlands. Like, legitimately, every time I see it, it's a magical thing. Like, when you're looking at it, everything all the way down to the reflection of the earrings and things like that. Everything is so damn perfect. My grandmother has a lot of paintings in her house, and they look great from a few feet away, and then you get close and you notice it's just kind of like colors jumbled together that are making these images look the way that they're looking. But when you're anywhere near that one, whether you're far away, whether you're close up, it looks like a picture. It looks like it came out of a camera or something like that. I don't even know how to explain it. It's definitely one of the most beautiful paintings to me, like, ever that I've seen. Let's jump in and let's check it out together. Get over, show Ted Ed all the love in the world. Let's find out why it's considered a masterpiece.
Is she turning towards you or away from you? No one can agree. She's the mysterious subject of Dutch master Johan Vermeer's Girl with the Pearl Earring, a painting often referred to as the Mona Lisa of the North. Belonging to a Dutch style of idealized, sometimes overly expressive paintings known as tronies, the Girl with the Pearl Earring has the allure and subtlety characteristic of Vermeer's work. But this painting stands apart from the quiet narrative scenes that we observe from afar in many of Vermeer's paintings. A girl reading a letter, a piano lesson, a portrait artist at work. These paintings give us a sense of intimacy while retaining their distance.
Yes.
A drawn curtain often emphasizes this separation. We can witness a milkmaid serenely pouring a bowl of milk, but that milk isn't for us. We're only onlookers. The studied composition in Vermeer's paintings invokes a balanced harmony. With the checkered floor in many of his works, Vermeer demonstrates his command of perspective and foreshortening. That's a technique that uses distortion to give the illusion of an object receding into the distance. Other elements like sightlines, mirrors, and light sources describe the moment through space and position. The woman reading a letter by an open window is precisely placed so the window can reflect her image back to the viewer. Vermeer would even hide the leg of an easel for the sake of composition.
It's so perfect.
The absence of these very elements brings the Girl with the Pearl Earring to life. Vermeer's treatment of light and shadow, or chiaroscuro, uses a dark, flat background to further spotlight her three-dimensionality. Instead of being like a set piece in a theatrical narrative scene,
it's like she's lit with real studio lights. It's like somebody took a picture of her. I don't know. Just look at it. It's so beautiful. It's so something to do with the background and her and all of it put together. I don't know. Definitely one of the world's most beautiful paintings to me. I don't even know why. I can't explain it. It just is.
She becomes a psychological subject. Her eye contact and slightly parted lips, as if she is about to say something, draw us into her gaze.
Yes, it does.
Traditional subjects of portraiture were often nobility or religious figures. So why was Vermeer painting an anonymous girl?
Because she was beautiful.
In the 17th century, the city of Delft, like the Netherlands in general, had turned against ruling aristocracy and the Catholic Church. After 8 decades of rebellion against Spanish power, the Dutch came to favor the idea of self-rule and a political republic. Cities like Delft were unsupervised by kings or bishops, so many artists like Vermeer were left without traditional patrons. Fortunately, business innovation, spearheaded by the Dutch East India Company, transformed the economic landscape in the Netherlands. It created a merchant class and new type of patron. Wishing to be represented in the paintings they financed, these merchants preferred middle-class subjects, depicted in spaces that looked like their own homes, surrounded by familiar objects. The maps that appear in Vermeer's paintings, for example, were considered fashionable.
The maps in his paintings are part of the whole spectacular brilliance to me, because everything is so, the ruffles in the map, the way that it's laid out, the way that it looks like there's writing underneath of it, even though when you get close, it's just dots of paint. It's like, I don't know. The man had a way of doing things that was just some kind of not human. It's very different to me.
By the merchant class of what is known as the Dutch Golden Age. The oriental turban worn by the girl with the pearl earring also emphasizes the worldliness of the merchant class. And the pearl itself, a symbol of wealth, is actually an exaggeration. Vermeer couldn't have afforded a real pearl of its size. It was likely just a glass or tin drop varnished to look like a pearl. This mirage of wealth is mirrored in the painting itself. In greater context, the pearl appears round and heavy, but a detailed view shows that it's just a floating smudge of paint.
Yeah,
Upon close inspection, we are reminded of Vermeer's power as an illusion maker. While we may never know the real identity of the girl with the pearl earring, we can engage with her portrait in a way that is unforgettable. As she hangs in her permanent home in the Mauritshuis Museum in The Hague, her presence is simultaneously penetrating and subtle. In her enigmatic way, she represents the birth of a modern perspective on economics, politics, and love.
Very, very, very interesting indeed. Absolutely. Get over, show Ted Ed all the love in the world. It's just a mysterious man, and his amazing talent to bring things to life with paint. That's what that is. Like, there's just some sort of magic involved. He's a wizard of some sorts. Smash the like button if you liked it, the dislike button if you disliked it. Let me know what your favorite painting is down below. Till the next one, I'm highly combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe, but I'll be to the moon and back.